Hey guys, welcome back. Whilst I was off cam, I have gone on again and done another level of light just on the most raised points. So as you can see, this chaplain's looking a bit badass now. So he is a very desaturated grey-black at the minute. Now that, depending on your style, could be a finish for you and then work on it. But obviously these guys are Death Company, and we don't want to just have a kind of pastel Death Company. So you may or may not have heard of the term candies before, but I'm going to be using a candy colour just to knock this back again. And a candy colour is a completely translucent colour, and in this instance it is scale 75 Inktense black mixed 1 part ink to 2 parts thinner. So basically it's super thin, but when I go over the top of the model, it's just in that circular motion again. It's just gonna bring a very pleasing effect. Insofar as it's going to completely soften all of the transitions, and it's going to return some of that original luster to the black. Not a lot, but enough that you can see that they are not grey troops, they are in fact black troops. And again, we're going to work this in layers because we don't want to overload it, otherwise it will run, because it's a very thin candy. Let's get some more on the go. It's going to be a challenge, isn't it, matching that? Okay. Or not, as the case turns out. What candies also do is, if you're working with high pigment pale colours like whites or greys, you often get powdering no matter how thin your paint is, and it looks, in my opinion, really shit. And the difference between the best airbrush painters and the worst airbrush painters is actually very small. It's the ability to understand the technical aspects of the paint and how to work with it. In fact, this one, I'm just going to run some just air onto this one, and I'm going to put a little bit more of a black because that will bother me. Right. So this candy is going to also, just overloaded it there, so before it dried out to blow it around. This candy is going to soften all those transitions, and it's going to completely remove any powdering. I'm obviously throwing a lot of this down, but it's mostly water, or mostly thinner. You can get candies horribly wrong if you don't understand and you haven't practiced with their particular qualities. Every paint, if you're making a candy out of any colour paint, so basically a translucent colour, they all have different properties. So you need to practice a little bit, and the best way to do it is to see the level of translucency on your hand. What we don't want to do, and I confess what I have done in the past, is just gone over with a candy colour and completely destroyed all of the hard work I'd spent however long doing previously, because the candy colour was too opaque and not translucent enough, or the pigment on the candy colour was just too strong. In fact, on these gun arms you can see this effect much better than you can on the Marines. See that lovely shine that's come through the armour? And it... hang on. See? So it might be a bit nerve-wracking doing it. It is a bit nerve-wracking doing it quite often, even for me. But this is the mark of a skilled airbrush artist, as opposed to a happy amateur. However, we all start as happy amateurs. So what I'm doing now is glazing this with a translucent for a final time. Hello darling, my wife has just entered the studio. You alright? Oh okay, no problem. Is he still hot? Okay, I'll go and do that in a little while. Okay. My son Jake is running a fever today, as you can hear from Sue. So I'm going to quickly pop out after I finish doing this and get him some Calprofin. Ooh, that's a darker one. I'm not sure I like that one. Have to wait and see. And just to show you the final candy going on, just to finish up all those tones, smooth it all off. Back to the awesome Chaplin. My lungs are dead anyway from being in here, just inhaling everything for you guys. Hope you appreciate the level of sacrifice I give for you. Right ho, so I'm seeming to see it better if I turn the light off. I'm not sure you can. Why not watch it wing out? There we go. Right, well, let's leave these guys to dry off. Again, you should always make sure each stage is dry, and you can see that one's still wet. And it'll give me time to run out and get some Calprofin for Jake. Groovy. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Please, by the way, I'm loving the comments and stuff. Please do like and stick a comment on the video. Ask any questions you want to ask. I'll happily answer any of them, because it gives me something to do when I'm sat in here other than painting. So thanks very much, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.